Let's get to you, which is 4. It's a cute little plan. I like it. Be aware. All of you need to use those audio cues that we just heard. They're going up these stairs and they're going above. Did we make that communication? Or
No, not right away.
yeah, especially if like once we heard that Reinhardt talking and then he started fading away, that's your cue to like say okay, they're not coming main. They're probably gonna go over here, jump over, or they're gonna come through this doorway. Okay? It's
Got it.
just minor thing that you that any of you, not just you, anyone on that team on your team could try to recognize. Yeah, see now you guys see it. Unfortunate wall. Yeah. They have a very good rotational pathing. I think I talked to you guys about this a little bit too. Might have. But yeah, it could, especially with Ryan comps, because it's all about getting your team in close. Being able to, and they did really well about that. Controlling the map.
We were
So
practicing target coordination here a
target
lot.
coordination. Okay, then I'll actually watch for that then. That would, that's actually something I really like to hear. That you guys already have a target for the practice as well. Okay, so I take the May as the target right now. Or yeah.
I think everyone was looking at Ryan there.
Okay. Unfortunate. You guys did manage to win that fight though. Just remember, now if I undo this, I want to be able to see your team with you. Not bad. I really like this. Your team is mostly with you. Remember, brawls really want to move together. Bean. Wait, is this my John? No. Yeah, brawls really want to be together. Mainly, so meaning you want like Chunky up like with you. If you're gonna be doing this, you really shouldn't be. But if you want to be doing this, you need Lucio, which is, and then you also need like the May at least with you, so you could be
Yeah,
maximizing your output.
I think this was the one that we kind of fell more apart on. I think the other match we had really good target coordination, but this one we kind of got a little bit shaky.
Okay, that's fine.
If this was the one that we lost, I think this was.
I don't know. You just sent codes, so we'll see. Ooh, tough pick. Yeah, now we just want to get out of here.
Yeah, our Lucio overextends just a little bit.
Good May protection. You gotta tell her to drop your icicle. You have to communicate with that May to drop their icicle right there though.
Got it.
Because if you plan on supporting them and shielding them off like right here so that they can't take it damage, icicle this is gonna get them picked off like this. And I would not be surprised if I'm paused and yeah, it doesn't get out. Just a minor communicative thing. Ooh, I understand the idea. Good mindset. Good shatter. This is winnable. This is ooh, if Lucio's up with you. It still is winnable though. Okay, yeah, we here, yeah, you may have said it, but like what we could have looked to work on really is just playing a little bit more as a team. Like we ended up we got a little bit too aggressive after our first fight, as you saw. Ended up needing to kite back. And really the main way to work on that, while yes, your target coordination is important, not, something that you guys could put maybe in the more in the back burners of your scrimming is are engaging and disengaging. I guess the ebb and flow of the fight, moving together. Like I said, when going in, it's just as important when going out, disengaging together. Because Chunky got a little bit caught behind, while so did your Lucio a little bit. We want to make sure that that doesn't happen, that we're moving more as a pod instead of more as a, I guess, a line. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
that's
then,
something I was talking about
mhm.
this game.
And that all comes with communication, making sure, okay, who's with me, who's with me. Also someone communicating, I'm a little bit behind. I'm a little bit behind. Or am I too overextended? Ooh. Yeah, be a
I
little
think he
careful.
dies.
That's okay. Good pick. Okay, now more or less, let's look at your individual gameplay here. Because it's, where are we? Here we are. Because it's a little difficult to view from your perspective. So maybe if we put in a third person, we could see it a little bit easier. So obviously we're playing for contest. But now, one thing I will say is that playing for contest, they have the entire bar. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah,
Yeah, they have this entire circle. While yes, we don't really want them to get to this or this.
I
The
can play a
only,
little bit safer here. I don't have
yeah,
to be on point right now.
yeah. The main one that we don't want them to get to is this. We don't want them to get the full circle. We can give if we need to, or if it's the better option to, but we don't want them
I
to get
cannot see your mouse, by the way.
yeah. More or less just pointing at the little markers with my mouse on
Yeah.
the circle. So yeah, just trying to recognize that like the main one, we don't want a full give, but we can give them ticks if it's fine because they have barely touched. So if we'd rather wait a couple seconds, play around maybe play around turret, play around Lucio speed, even wait on some ults because we have window coming up in a second. Or maybe Chunky will be able to get ult in a couple seconds if he does enough farming. Something like that. Trying to recognize something similar to that might lead to a little bit more success instead of us need to go in with that just contest, contest, contest. Don't let them get point. Don't let them get point mindset. Because if it's for the greater good, I guess it'd be a little bit more. We could have had a little bit more success. Here, I don't. Why are we backing up? I know we heard Reaper behind, but do we need to? Or yeah, why are we backing up? Is it because of the Reaper?
Um, I think there was a call for Reaper behind us,
Okay, that's fine. At this point,
and we just turned
your
around.
yeah, at this point your team is dead. At that point, that Reaper melted both of your players. There's nothing you can do. So now you guys are fighting a weekend fight. But what is an easier target? You were already up here, right? By this wall. You still have Lucio and you still have Mei. Just
Probably
just
could have
walk.
looked.
Yeah, we could look to walk
Yeah.
forward or charge into this using Lucio Mei, playing together. Remember the main factor of the brawl, play together. So meaning your target priority, like you said you guys were trying to work on, as well as your movement, all need to be very similar to how it goes. So now Chunky's still fighting this while you're turning around and fighting this Reaper. Well, yes, you do kill the Reaper. You gave up a lot of ground in order to do so, and that also is going to cost Chunky a lot of health. And your Lucio's just kind of trying to do his best because Lucio's good at healing, but he's not great at healing, as we know. Yeah, we get the pick, but we end up losing you, and we're about to lose Chunky in the meantime because of all that extra space that we gave up, and because we turned our back to the enemy, or the majority of the enemy, I guess is the main way to view it. Do you understand?
Yeah, I
Okay.
probably should have gone in there more with May.
Yeah, we could have looked to just continue instead of just kind of ignore the Reaper. Let the Reaper exist in our backline, and just try to play as a 3 stack and push into the four stack. And if our target coordination is hopefully better than theirs, then maybe we pick off the Akiri. Maybe not even pick off. Maybe we bait out something of theirs, like a Rush. Even if we lose the fight to bait out Rush, that's a small win. That's a small win or something like that. Because fighting a down fight is difficult, but it's not impossible to win as long as you guys play to your comp strengths as well as a team. What level is this scrim actually? Like the SR.
Um, Rez wasn't here. He scheduled the scrim, and then we just played, so I'm not sure.
Did you look at the other team's ranks?
Um,
I
I
know
believe it was like Plat Diamond.
okay. My players love to look at the other ranks, so it makes it very difficult for me to just schedule scrims and then not knowing what we're playing. This is fun. What are we waiting for though? What are we waiting for at this point?
Um, I think we were just gonna hold this corner.
Okay,
That was the plan.
that's fine. Just so you know, up here is also a fine place to hold. I think teams have probably done it to you, whether or not it was a scrim, or I think you guys might have also done it once or twice. But holding up here is probably the better option, because then you have this disengage or comeback, I guess, of holding this corner. Hold this corner afterwards. Because you wanna try to max. You don't really wanna let them get all this space for free. Because this is a lot of time that could be wasted, or holding here could waste a lot of time. Versus holding back here where we're just giving up all that space. Like you ever play like Rainbow?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you know how I guess you really want to play the time when you're on
yeah.
defense and like not really let them get into point and make all this map control and get all this progress and plant the diffuser. It's like playing up here is something more like okay, control this map. We don't want to let them into sight because letting them into sight is like all the way back here, and then now you're basically just anchored on sight instead of going off roaming instead of going off and roaming and then trying to get a little bit and wasting a lot of time. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to treat it similarly to that because they have 4 minutes. Because time is very important. How much time they have is very important to recognize. Because they have 4 minutes. Are you aware of how much time people get per point
Is
on Hollow?
it a minute 30 or is it 2 minutes?
When they cap this, it's 2.5. First point, and then when they cap over here, it is a minute and a half. So try to be a little bit aware of how much time they're going to be regaining and try to play it like off that sometimes. At least I like to view it like that. Like sometimes I'll tell my team, okay, let's try to play for like a minute so they only have like 2.5 when they go into the next, when we're at like 2.5 already on the clock. So trying to play time like that, it makes gives your team a little bit more of like okay, we just need to hold for so long. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes we even end up holding for longer than we wanted to, which is great. That makes sense? Or you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of just want to try to control the map to the best of our abilities because it's a choke. It's just a choke. It's just like first point. You guys want to hold close over here. But why not just hold close right here? Just be aware that window up here and then this flank over here. As long as you're cautious of both of those, this is a beautiful hold, or a very beautiful place to hold. Ooh, that's not you. And see, they also get a lot of time to think because of it. They see where you guys are, and all they have to do is just push forward. While they wait, they get to plan. And they had time to plan out this ult combo. And this looks like a very big ult fight. Lost. Oh, what the fuck? Nice one. Or, what did we do? What happened here?
We counter mail.
Oh, ults for ults. Good use. Very nice. Very nice ult usage. But it also would have been nicer up here. But yeah. Good ult usage here, though. I am happy about that. Good pick. Yep, be confident. Do you know who's with you? Do you know who's with you?
I thought it was just BAP,
Just
and
Bap?
no, Lucy is also here.
Okay. Just ask. It's as simple as just to ask, who's with me, who's with me. Just a minor communication thing that you could look to work on. Yeah, you subscribed. Try to watch some of my Doomfist stuff. I VODed my tank earlier. My no, my Doomfist. It was mainly to go over his communication. So if you honestly want to watch that, you might pick up some things on like what you could be looking to do because it's not just on Doomfist communication
Yeah, I'll give it a
specifically.
watch.
Yeah, it's more on the overall broadness of communication. If you're going to continue to be playing tank for Ryder, I think you could definitely like get some value out of the ways that some of the ways that he could look to also improve on communicating. Because I don't doubt, like I know you definitely talk, but it's just more or less what you say and how you say it, not you specifically, but when it comes to just communicating in general. Because like my tank also talks, but he could improve upon what he says and how he says it, as well as saying more. Okay, we got Shatter coming up.
Yeah, I know I talk a lot.
Meant to pause. Okay, remember, what's your best friend?
Um,
In game,
my
not
shield,
no, no.
my VAP, my Lucio.
The walls,
Oh,
the walls. Let's see. We could be backing up. Whenever you're playing cover, or whenever you're rotating through a main area like this, like you are, because you were pressured back, we want to try to maximize our usage of the walls. Because your blue shield has limited amount of health, as you know. The bar only 400 or what is it? 1,400, right? About that?
Yeah, 2,200. Yeah.
Yeah, around there. Um, but what doesn't have that kind of health limit? No wall.
Wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we want to try to maximize our usage and playing of those walls. Well, yes, you got made. We don't need to repeat this. Or even if we did it here, we're still gonna get the same value as if we're doing it in the open like this. Same value. We don't need to like overextend too much just to do the same thing and then play the corner. Yep, still standing in the open. There we go. Now we're playing cover a little bit. Interesting charge. A little difficult, but we take a lot of extra damage just by standing in that little, like, I guess where Reaper kind of is without the wall, because it's very, I guess, open to the enemy team, and they could have a couple of angles because they had 3 to 4 right here and then the Reaper somewhere. Versus if you were here, you play around your healers, play around the wall, and then take significantly less damage than you were, and that might have this fight might have ended a little bit differently.
Yeah. Got it.
I like the Reinhardt's name.
I like trains.
Yeah. Good pick. Really good with your fire strikes.
Thank you.
Careful,
That
careful,
was
careful.
important.
Yeah, he was just holding the shield. You can't really like risk. You can't really just play with it and like hope that he drops it. Because most of the time that's just not gonna happen. So when looking to shatter, you really want to make either catch that Rhino off guard when he doesn't have a shield up, or you want to be on a flank, or you want, well, that would be catching the Rhino off guard, or you want to make sure that Rhino doesn't have a shield, like using playing around lasers as a turret, or just target focus like that. To everyone targeting the shield, saying, okay, I want to shatter here. That's not you. Why don't you swap it?
I think we play up here. We were talking about if there's a Reaper on the flank.
Okay. That's good. I like to know. I like hearing that you guys are like talking about where's this Reaper? Where could this Reaper be? That means that you guys should still be having someone watching out for that Reaper. Maybe have it like be Lucio, or Bap, because like Lucio is just, as you kind of see wall riding, and maybe like, oh, he's up here. Oh, I see Reaper. Reaper's coming down. Where the fuck this is called?
I think we get a ping on the Reaper here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Yeah, good. As long as you hold this corner. Remember, we don't need to push past that wall. That wall will get destroyed eventually. So we're better off just holding here and waiting for that wall to drop. There you go. Good shield. I don't know how much it actually did, but yep. As long as you're right now, all you need to be saying to your team right now is what you're looking at, or like what you're swinging at. Because yes, your swing has like a large hitbox, but the main person that's like in the middle of your crosshairs, I guess, is what you want to be just telling your team. Okay, swinging on
Yeah, I
May
was
is smart.
calling May.
Yep, that's good. Once that May's in ice, change it to the next, and then the next, and then the next. The only time we want to like swap target focus, I guess, is when like something like, okay, May icicle out. Okay, swing on the Curie now. Now Curie TP'd out. Okay, now swing on the Reaper. Reaper wraithed out. Okay. So we don't really want to just swap because just for no reason. We want to swap because of the purpose of, like, we did something with that swap. We got something out of that swap. Yeah. How does a patch feel to you guys? You guys beneficial?
Ryan feels better.
That's good.
But like I think that I don't know. I don't remember what we were gonna take a look at. I think we're gonna try JQ and a JQ comp
That's interesting.
still.
It's not a bad option. That's a good one. You caught him off guard. I really like that. Well, yes, it could have been a little bit better placed. It wasn't a bad idea. I really like this idea.
Yeah, I've been practicing corner, like doing the thing where you go around a corner and shatter
Yeah, that
instantly.
works
Although I
too.
only did get their Lucia.
Yeah, you only got the Lucio, but I understand the idea, and it got through. It got past the Reinhardt. It didn't just get blocked. There was an attempt at something different, as well as an attempt at outsmarting their Rein, and I like it. It obviously could use some work. Obviously, you're gonna put that work in, but I really like. I like the little switch up because we just our last shatter got blocked. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Freeze blocked you.
I think something terrible happens in this next fight. I think I do something really, really stupid. I don't remember if that's this fight or next fight. You're gonna be so disappointed. Um, if we window here.
Let's see. There's it is. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Quite. How'd this happen? How'd this happen? Oh no.
I think our Bastion pushed me.
Maybe. I don't know. It looks like he might have just walked backwards.
That was terrible.
This window could be a little better placed, though. It's not entirely on you. Well, entirely. But yeah, if Nifty at any point sees this, or did Nifty recognize this window could have been a little better?
Um,
Because if not, then just like probably could have played the diagonal a little bit more, or if we
yeah,
saw.
I could take a note because I believe Nifty was like, yeah, tell me if there is anything for me.
Yeah, it's just minor. Just I think it was last time too. Just her window placement, so it could be a bit better when it comes to looking for it. Which it still takes time. I know she's plays a lot of BAP, but it's just trying to play it with the team based off your team's positioning and the enemy's team positioning. Because that was a little bit too passive of a window versus there's a too aggressive and there's just right.
My team with me here. Am I being too ambitious?
Let's see. Did you ask? You're being too ambitious. However, minor thing, ask. If even if you don't want to turn around like this, like right after this, ask. Okay, who's with me? Who's with me? And you even just turned around to see who was with you. If you saw no one with you, just play the point. Just play here. Take minimal cover. Just hold contest until you get a team with you. If you don't have one. And if you can't turn around, ask. But yes, you were being significantly too ambitious, being too aggressive. They have ults. There's nothing I can really say there. They had ults. You had to play
Yeah.
protection, they had ults. So that's about all.
Our attack, I think, was worse than our defense.
Oh. About the same amount of time. Ah.
I think I was trying to count us down to do a push like together, but we didn't really.
That's fine. It's sometimes it's not always gonna go perfectly. Things like that. This Junkrat. I hate this guy. What is he doing? I hate him.
This is such gameplay.
How are you learning anything? This is a scrim. Okay.
I mean, hey, it's a pretty good angle.
Yeah, it's
Covers
a good
that
angle,
corner.
but it's obnoxious.
I think I called May here.
Yeah, remember, play corners. Play corners. Well, yes, you have a lot of health, You still take damage. And if they all look at you while you're just up here, you're you don't have well, yes, you do have a shield. You still have to recognize, okay, I could take a lot of damage if I'm gonna play up here. So try to here. Let's just review the pathing, I guess is the way to view it. So yeah, engaging into what could see me? What could see you right here?
Um, everybody except Junk.
Yeah, pretty much. And they all look at you, right? You don't have Suzu. You have to see. We don't play. You guys don't play Kiriko. You guys don't play Ana, so you don't get an instant nano. You don't really have that kind of team self-sustain, which is fine. You guys have a fine Rhine comp, but your benefit, the way your comp needs to be playing, you can't just like stand in the open 24/7 and expect not to die like this. You need to utilize your Lucio's speed to get you around the map, like whether it's rotating through hotel and coming around the back, uh, or something like going all the way around here. Pathing, pathing to the enemy, and then also pathing through cover, as well as trying to fight where not a lot can see you. He's kind of how Rhyme Brawl needs to be played, or Rush, I guess, is I think the proper term for this stuff.
Yeah. We baited out wall, and I said, let's push in.
One thing I just noticed is, but not on you, but your team could look to use Lucio speed a bit more. And by that I mean Bastion turret speed. Bastion turret plus speed is very good. If you guys look to like keep, like let's just say if you guys want to push past this point, ignore where they all are, but let's say you guys were all back here. Just say, Ryan, speed us out, and then lasers, turret down, walk forward, turret, and then you're moving quick. You're moving quick. And then as long as everyone is looking at what the Bastion is looking at, you guys should have not a difficult time pushing past that jump. Good pick. You did that well. Not much I can really say on that. You guys had a good engagement. One thing I will say, while yes, you guys are being very successful here. Where's Cart? Cart's still trying to walk up. We need to be a little bit cautious and remember, walls, walls,
I
walls.
could be using cart for cover here if it pushes up a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Cart is a form of cover. So like we don't need to be extending all the way up here just yet. Just yet. It's more or less wait for point. Point gets up here. Okay, now they're contesting point. Now I could look to play a little bit more aggressive. Maybe play in this room. Or where is it? Play in that room a little bit. Rotate between this room and cart when it gets up here, and then plan from there. Not just step up here. There's nothing I can really do. There's no real retreat option except for just turn around. But you make the best out of the situation, and
I push through the window,
yeah,
and then I go for shatter.
yeah, you make the best of the situation, which does work out, and I like it. Just the
I
positioning is a
don't,
little too aggressive.
I don't even know if we do win this team fight. I don't think we,
I feel like you guys were, but we'll see. But yeah, I do like that you stepped in front of window, but I think the safer option, because of obviously better team, something like Manhattan, would take advantage of you being like this far up, even without Shatter. I mean, even with Shatter, I think they'd still be able to pick you off and then just re-engage your team. So it's all about patience and positioning, as well as remember, you guys want to be together. You're down chunky. Bastion's staring at a lamppost.
I don't think we get to capitalize on this shatter.
Exactly, exactly. It would have been much better if we just waited. Okay, now they're up. Now our cart's up, and now boom, Shatter. Oh, Chunky's back by now. Laser's not staring at a lamppost anymore. Let's go. I don't know if you blocked that, but if you did, nice.
Okay, I think we forced them back here.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I
good.
did block that chatter.
Yeah, you're doing very well. I like that you're holding this corner and not overextending too much. This is good corner play. Now you may need to disengage a little bit. Oh, never mind. The card's right here. I'm wrong. That's unfortunate. Recognize you guys lost
You
BAP.
disengage that
Yep,
a
you
little
guys
bit.
need to disengage a little bit.
You
Not
on their
fully.
junk up here.
That's a good pick. But yeah, we once that junk was picked, I don't think we need to go back down here. Maybe more come back here. And come back maybe to this window, see what's going on. Come back over here, see what's going on. And when I say see what's going on, it's whenever I say like things like this, especially to my tank, it's like reassess your situation, reassess the
Get
team
info.
situation. Yeah, just yeah, obviously get info, but it's not like spend like a minute up here and like okay, what do I want to do? It's like you really got to be thinking about it in like you have 2 seconds really to make that kind of decision and decide okay, do I go down and help Chunky? Do I just go around and get out of here? Something like that. Or do I like what you did, drop down here, and then just kind of weighing all the options, thinking about it, or not? You don't have a lot of time to think about it, but like recognizing, okay, this is the best option, and then the best option comes with like trial and error a lot of times. Obviously, or like vodding, like we're doing right now, through like obviously I think just going down and dropping to help Chunky kite. So you could support Ryan and getting up here to get you and Chunky out there would have probably been the best option because they don't have a Lucio. So you guys should have been able to outrun them. I think would have been the best option, probably. But really just decision making is what that comes down to.
I think I get. No, I don't get pushed there.
Big wall on their part. Yeah. Remember, be a little bit aggressive. Something that you could tell your team, though, because we struggled with this a little bit when we tried to brawl comp, is our tank would end up getting walled off a lot. And then we'd have to figure it out. Okay, what do we want to do? Do we want to just hope for the best? Do we want to swap up our support line so they could support him, like run a Kiri to Suzu in, something like that? And then we realized target focus the
Usually we
wall.
just
Yeah,
lamp. We just like break a little bit of the wall, then have a lamp.
yeah, no, just break a specific section of the wall. Just one thing. Make sure everyone is aware of what that one thing is, of that one section. And normally it's the one that the Rhine is, or the tank, not just the Rhine, is trying to back into. So, and the team can normally recognize that. So as long as you guys communicate going forward, okay, this is the wall that we're trying to break, and start recognizing that when you start getting walled off more, because it's like, well, yes, I could still say, okay, just play closer together, then maybe only you won't get walled off. That's not always gonna happen, and that's only in perfect situations. So what a lot of teams need to do instead, target focus the wall. So have your team start looking to target focus that wall, specifically the one that you're trying to back out into. And then you just need to try your best to survive using your resources that you have until that wall is broken. They say, okay, wall's dropped, or wall's broken, and then you just back out, get healed up, then we re-engage. Because remember, their wall could also be used against them in the sense that you could play cover with it too. So once it's broken, you could then use it as cover. And the benefit of that is that the only thing that could drop that wall is the other May or the time limit. They can't break it, or their team can't break it. Do you understand? I feel like I just said a lot about the wall
Yeah,
for
you.
like minor
I
details.
understand the communication part of it.
Okay.
Um,
I probably could. I didn't need to. I could have summed it up faster, but oh well. As long as you understand like how to handle walls a little bit
yeah,
better going
we've
forward.
called that a little bit before as well.
Yeah. I think the main thing is just not really look for the lamp, but like yeah, the lamp is nice, but more look to just break the wall because we don't really need to throw that kind of resource out, especially also when you guys have a bastion. When you guys have a bastion, there's no real need to waste a lamp like that.
Yeah. You want to see what happened that fight that just passed?
Yeah, I got you. Oh my. Okay. Interesting flank. Remember, move the team together, not just we don't want like yes, we want you first, but we don't want you like first like this. I'd rather
It would have been better if
chunky,
we
yeah,
had the
yeah,
DPS to
like
swing this at the same time.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Both of them are still behind. Chunky and Laser are both a couple seconds out. Well, yes, you're engaging. See, you get walled. And now they're just getting to this wall and you're overextending. Well, yes, you want to play for survival. Now your team, oddly enough, your team wants to move through the wall instead of you the other way around, like we talked about just a couple seconds ago. You want your team to extend out and set up as best they can, and to come assist you. Oof. Yeah, you seem very panicked here. What's going through your mind?
Um,
More or less once you got walled. What's going through your mind?
I tried to pin the May, and then I missed, and then I was looking for people. And the next target I saw was their Ryan.
Okay. Is Rhino always the best target though?
No.
Yeah. I think we could look to maybe be a little bit more patient. Let's see, like, uh, yeah, we missed the pin. Yes, we see a Reinhardt, but maybe instead of like, okay, I'm gonna go fight this Reinhardt. Just shield off this Rein for a couple seconds. Like, see, could we see this Hanzo? Let's see. Yeah, we see that Hanzo. We saw the flash of that bow. Are you good with like visual cues like that or no? Like
Like to recognize Storm
like
Arrow.
yeah, not just storm arrow, but like quick things like that. Like not if whether or not it was like storm arrow or whether or not it was or whether or not it's just their Ana, just anything
Like
or
sleep art,
yeah,
things like that. Just like
not even
reaction time.
no, just like seeing things quickly. Like just a character model, I guess. Yeah, seeing like a character model real quick. Because reacting to that kind of stuff, like you would have been able to see. Okay, I just need to hold my shield up because there's a Hanzo with this Reinhardt, not just a Reinhardt. He's not alone,
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. So instead of going in for the fight, I should just look to hold my shield up and wait for my team while walking backwards, trying to regroup with my team, and then see. Okay, my team has a better target than me. While they're pushing out or trying to escape this room, then okay, now I can turn on the target. And you might have ended up blocking Shatter because of
Yeah.
that. Might have.
Uh, I'm. I think I'm capable of doing that. I could probably try to start doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, just being a little bit better with like spotting, okay, how many people am I fighting based off like minor visual things that you see or even auditory things that you hear. It's not easy.
Yeah.
This is a very fast-paced game. Like, yeah, you saw whether or not Lucio was up there, you saw the Storm Arrow come out. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Did I push without my team again?
No, I don't even know. I got lost. I don't know. Must have pressed something by accident.
I probably just overextend here again.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think I try to play this cover, and then I see the window go off.
Yeah.
Try
It's
to jump around the
another
corner,
attempt. Yeah, it's another nice attempt. It's take it something you're still
but my
working on.
team isn't.
Yeah, no team.
Yeah.
Still no team. I like that you're trying to be more aggressive, but yeah, it's as simple as team, are you ready? Team, are you here? Something like that. And you still have a month to work on it. Ah, that's fine.
Yeah, and then I think the other one was like that was an earlier game. We usually scrim very late, so
Ah,
um
that's fine.
I don't play. I feel like I play better in the earlier matches, and then it just goes downhill as it like goes to like 11 and
Yeah,
12 o'clock at night.
it happens. It happens. It's fine. Ooh,
But this was
Busan.
probably our strongest match.
Okay, that's fine. Busan was the map of the week, so this is I actually do like seeing that you guys were practicing this, and we're recognizing that this is the map that you guys had to practice for the week.
Yeah, we always use do the map pool.
Yeah, that's good. Some teams don't. We honestly didn't for a little bit.
Like
Good use
this
of
was
the bow.
this was a very organized brawl. This match, much more than Kings Row, I think.
I'm seeing that, yeah. Okay, now where do we want to set up is the next question. Do we want to
We
be
set
here?
up around this corner,
Okay, that's good.
and then we saw them all rotating, so I called, hey, let's rotate back,
That's good.
and we rotated back.
Good wall. Good shatter. However, remember, a lot of times that Ryan's not going to drop that shield. The Ryan's not going to drop that shield.
Yeah. The worst case scenario was I just got the Mei.
Yeah, yeah. It's fine. You got the Mei. If that was the goal, perfect. If you were planning on getting the full team, don't expect that all the time. But if that was exclusively for the Mei, perfect.
And we set up here again.
Yeah, that's fine.
See the Ryan rotating.
Oh, that's important.
Gave some space.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys are ebb and flowing real well, real well. Just engaging together. I like it. This is looking like a team that could beat Fairfield right now, what I'm watching.
Yeah, but I was like wondering because we played really well this match, and then like that King's Row match was the one after this one, and we were just like, wow,
It happens.
we are a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah, it's consistency. It's gonna come with time because it's also gonna be coming with like, okay, we need to start doing this, but because the map is different. While yes, it's the team may still play the same-ish. It's a different map, so rotations are gonna be a little bit different. Play styles are gonna feel a little different because everyone has their own way of playing it, and it's just gonna come with repetition. Repetition. The more you play together and work on these specific things that you have been doing, the more likely it is to make that inconsistency more consistent. So as long as you guys are scrimming like 3 times a week, I think those inconsistencies will smooth themselves out of it more. As long as you guys continue to go into scrims with like, okay, we're working on this, we're working on this, some stuff like that. Good shatter. Be careful of the open. Be careful of the open. Remember, open.
Probably should have played around the pillars here.
Yeah, we got a little too aggressive and a little too antsy to get into the fight here. Well, yes, our team is back here. We don't want to just extend into open space, for no reason. They're playing. Yes, they have like rewatch, like that. Yeah. Actually, but yeah, we
Gotta go for a pin on here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's the Curie, I think. I think maybe instead if we just played a little bit more patient and recognized, okay, Chunky just popped overclock. What do we need to play for right now?
Probably just wait for him to get a pick. Wait for Beat to go.
Wait, how?
Get out. Not be positioned in the open space and.
A little bit. Getting a little closer. You got this. Think. If you were playing as Chunky, what would you want your tank to be doing?
Shielding.
Exactly, protecting you, keeping you alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you want to be looking to do for him. Oh. 1 second.
Definitely play a little bit too solo there.
Yeah. You get a little bit too overextended. But yeah, did Chunky communicate whether or not he was gonna ult? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Yeah, whether or not he did, something all of you should be looking to communicate as you're about to ult. Still something that you guys could be looking to do is okay, Chunky, or Chunky says I'm ulting, I'm gonna OC. Okay, I'll keep my shield up for you. Is something that you could just say right back, or and just play around that. Okay, and that just comes with tabbing, looking at the ults. You want to play for your win condition. And if your win condition is you, that's fine. You could be as aggressive as you're being right now. But if your win condition is Sojourn with overclock up right now, you have to play for that. It may force you to play a different way, a way that you're not used to and don't like. But if it'll win the round, it'll win the round. Which is what this might have been a little bit different. I don't really like his positioning for it, but you're not Chunky.
Yeah, I was where he wanted to be here yesterday for Vaudry, but I don't think he could have done it today.
Unfortunate. Well, just tell him to DM me and figure it out eventually if he wants to go. I think I made that clear to most of your players last semester. I think.
I'll just remind everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
This was really unfortunate. We called this play. We were like, okay, they're just playing up there, May. Let's go. Let's make and flank on the right, Blizzard, and then we're gonna push
Oh,
in.
oh, I see.
And then they, unfortunately, pushed in instead and Blizzard
Yeah,
us.
they had a good plan because that was their initial plan actually. Whether or not they knew you were going to do this, that was their plan to wait until they saw an opportunity, and then that May was their opportunity to go in and do what they did. And it ended up working out because they had to pick it off Chunky, they froze you, and they were about to pick off Nifty. And now
Yeah.
you two are going to be fodder pretty much once they get back.
This was,
Unfortunately, it was a good. I like your plan, but they had a good. They had a better setup for their plan as well. I think the better bet would have just been the freeze on freeze down main instead of looking to just do it on flank.
I think we have to touch. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not that you could have done differently there. You just had to touch.
But this round, I thought that was like a pretty good brawl, despite the fact that we lost that first
You guys
round.
did look really good for the points that you guys were winning and holding. Like you said, it was just the consistency. Could have looked to have been a little bit stronger. Which
Like I feel like after that first team fight, my game or like my gameplay kind of just like degraded. Like I was playing really well out the gates, but then like couldn't find my footing again. I don't know.
it just comes to focus. Like you don't want to gas yourself up too much. Not to say that you were, but you sometimes unintentionally like people like think, okay, I'm doing really good right now, and then they just start doing bad, and then they don't understand really how to fix that. But that's all in their own mind. How to start doing better again, and then it just takes a little bit of time and trying to recognize, it's in my head, it's in my head. I'm not even sure how to fully fix that because I'm not really a psychologist, unfortunately, and I don't
Dang.
understand how to fix every issue. If I figure it out, I will definitely let you know, but it just more or less comes with just take a quick mental reset in between maps or rounds and just think, okay, or like just go to the bathroom, go do something that isn't the game, and just breathe throughout it, and then sometimes when you come back, it's a little bit more successful on the next run,
Okay.
because you've reset yourself, reset your own mental, and you're come back ready. Whether it's going to get a drink, going to the bathroom, or something like that.
How do you feel about our target coordination this fight? If we take a quick look at that, because I believe that's something that we were like calling targets this entire time.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see it.
Our first plan was to hold this area, see if they had a widow, see what they were playing.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we were just like, okay, it's Pharah, dive.
Okay. Sojourn, obviously, right?
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
I think I was just
Okay.
me,
Lost
and then we
lasers
said
there.
Winston.
We lost lasers there. That's a little unfortunate. They are slower, meaning, yeah, if you and Lucio are going to end up taking that speed, maybe try to have lasers. I know they're new to the team, as you said. Uh, I think they should still be able to keep up with you, though. So maybe it just comes with finding that synergy with that player now. Again, that synergy there, so that then, okay, lasers isn't going to get picked off. But yes, we're still even, is the thing. So good target call on that Soj. Now, who's the target? Winston?
Yeah, it was Winston.
Okay. Well, actually, target focus is a team thing. Okay, we lost.
Yeah, so
Well, yes,
our May's looking at their Kiri right now.
yeah, you're doing really good at keeping the target. It just, the team isn't. You gotta make sure, yeah, you guys have to make sure that all of you are, or at least, not all, but majority of the team is at least able to look at that one target. Now we're stagger fighting. We want to dismiss her. Okay, well, now we're good, but we don't want, like, lasers going in early and then getting picked off. Okay. Winston. Oh, mistakes.
So who is looking at Winston right now? Like, are we all looking at Winston?
Two of you are.
Yeah.
I think Nifty probably was. Three of you are. This is good. This looks good. That's fine. He's out, he jumped, and you got Suzu out of it. Winston doesn't need to be the target anymore. Need. Like, if we want to look at the Pharah, who's ground farring right now, and play for lasers a little bit, because she's, I think, the only one that could take that, because if she's dead, that's what you guys could look to do instead. But who are we calling? Still Winston?
Yeah. He was one.
Yeah, don't be
I think
afraid
I go
to...
for just a risky pin, and I
Don't
think
be,
I end up picking the Curie.
yeah, don't be afraid to change targets. There's nothing wrong with changing targets. Especially after, like, you bait out Winston jump and Suzu. You guys can look to find another target here.
Yeah, I get too aggressive there.
Yeah.
I should definitely stabilized.
I think it's also because you guys continued to find that Winston, and only that Winston, that turned out to be the problem. Because your team kept trying to find that Winston, where their team was able to just, the rest of their team was able to just position around it, and, oh, they're not looking at me? I'm gonna just do what I want. Is kind of how I think they viewed it. And that's ended up what happened, so that you lost your team because of that.
I think we wasted Blizzard there, but that was okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's not always perfect. As long as you gotta use all 5 ults at once, we're chilling. I like this rotation.
Right, take this fight on point, call Sojourn, call Winston again because he pushes in. I think we shred him.
Once Winston ults, we don't want to look at him. He's just a nuisance. He doesn't do a lot of damage, and his movement's mediocre. Mercy. Let's actually go back. We're trying to watch target calling.
Yeah, I don't think it was I don't remember it being the best. I think we called Rez after Kiri died. And then we said, look at Mercy. We said, look at Sojourn, then looked at Winston.
Yeah, Winston's fine right now. Once Primal's out, ignore him. Find someone else.
And then...
like the Pharmacy, or the Curie.
I get the Kiri here, and then we call Mercy.
Good
Then
call.
me and May look at Mercy.
Now it's Curie again. It's either Curie or Sojourn that you guys want to find.
And... it's unfortunate we staggered in. Go for Sojourn. I was just me on Sojourn and Bap.
Let's go pick on the Mercy. I mean, the
Get a
Pharah.
pick on the Winston.
It's a good play, though. Target focus is pretty good right now. Well, yes, we're fighting a difficult staggered fight. We do want to be a little cautious and make sure that we're not, like, making it worse. Like, by that I mean, like, 3 you die. Let's say it's, like, not you and Lucio. And then, like, Lucio and you die just as those 3 are getting back to point. And then we keep running that cycle where they're just 5 stacked, killing 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. We don't want to run into that, or something similar to that, because well, it's obvious kind of why.
Yeah, so this guy is by himself. We call him.
That's good.
He gets Suzu'd.
I see the focus. Yeah, you guys look really good right now. Good shatter. You guys can work on shutting down a res though, a little better.
Yeah, I called that as well. Then I tried to position.
The only unfortunate thing is you guys don't really have any of these stuns, I guess, except for your pin, which is difficult a lot of the time because it's a Mercy.
I mean, you could boop to deny res.
You could
if
it's
good one though.
Yeah, if it's a proper proper boop. But yeah,
Just
it's just the target.
stall. I just stall out there.
That's fine. Note that you guys got 20 seconds coming up. You guys should have touch here.
Yeah, we go right. We call their tank.
Yep. Right now, what I would be doing instead is you contest the tank on point for now, and the rest of your team look at high ground. Because this high ground is very valuable. That's why Lasers is up here. That's why Sojourn is up here. That's why Kiri's up here. This
I think we call Sojourn here.
Yeah, this high ground can see all of point. So we want to look at what's on their what's better positioned. Because yes, they're stalling point. We're also stalling point though. So let's just take care of what's already looking. What's going to be more of a problem? Because there's a singular Orisa versus a Reinhardt. That could last for like a minute if the both of you play your characters properly. But Lasers looking at it, I think we might have had if this fight ends up being a loss, I think we might have had a little bit more success if Lasers ended up looking up at that Sojourn, which he doesn't do till later. and ends up getting pushed off high. Contesting high ground is very valuable. And yes, we like that the tank is a target every so often, but in this situation, the tank doesn't need to be the target. More or less the support line, as well as the people that are playing on high ground need to be the target. Not for you, though, because that's a little bit more advanced. Yes, Brawl wants to all be together, but sometimes there's situations where, like this, like an OT situation, where you need someone on cart, but you also don't want everyone on cart because that's bad positioning. So have the rest of your 4 stack go up here and contest this high ground, clear it, then play around high ground. People that need to drop can drop and support you, who is already on point, who didn't go up to high ground initially. Good fight win though.
And then, yeah, this one I think was our stronger one.
Okay.
And I was like, looking at these 2 matches, like this one in King's Row, and obviously they went very differently. This one I felt was like much more organized. So you just recommend practicing consistency. That's basically all it is.
Yeah, for the team aspect, I think it's just going to come down with really just working on it and getting used to target calling on certain maps, as well as versus certain comps, because every comp it's going to be different. Because like it's not as easy to do target calling against a dive, right? As you just saw, it's a little difficult to find that target. And I'm sure if my team ran it against you, as you probably see, we don't run easy to dive characters for a purpose, or to like rush down characters like you guys would like on purpose, because dive, if we have like an Ana with all of our movement characters, that Ana's gonna be your target. And then now we're fighting a 5v4. Even though we know what we're doing in that 5v4 or in that 4 stack, we're still down. Yeah. So like you guys need to work on consistency, as well as over time eventually maybe learning how to see this versus other comps. Like you guys have been mainly facing brawls, outside that one Winston.
Dive does not go that well for us.
Yeah.
Dive is better this season, right? Like it's
A little bit. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell exactly, at least.
I think that because Dive simply has the individual character survivability, like Ball is really good this season, I've heard.
Ball is
Compared to last season.
Ball is
Because
good.
like Dive characters have good survivability by themselves.
Yeah, I think
And that's kind of what you
Dive
need.
tanks might be better, which makes Ball comp a little better. Doom I think is about the same. Doom Dive. Winston I think is a little stronger, but I still think a Brawl can be very valuable due to still the high damage output that's needed to kill the increased health characters. Because Dive, if you look at a lot of the Dive characters, they don't all do a lot of individual damage outside of really Tracer, I guess. Because like Genji doesn't do a lot of damage. Sombra doesn't do a lot of damage, at least compared to like getting healed by a lot of damage. So that's why I think Dive is not crazy, because they increased everyone's health. So honestly, it's a real, like, everyone will have their own opinion. It's how they view it. But I think Brawl might be the strongest comp to play right now. So you guys are in a pretty set place. If you guys could have that frontal pressure.
Yeah.
And you guys, when facing a dive, I guess is the best advice, is don't let them split you up, and don't split up. You guys want to be together, even better, even more together than you guys are up against a Brawl or a poke. Play together, because they will take advantage of anyone or a really good dive will take advantage of anyone that's split. So like you don't want like lasers being lagging behind, or you don't want like Chunky lagging behind, like we've seen a couple times, because teams will take advantage of that, pick them off, and now you're in a 4v5, and now you're in a 3v5, 2v5, 1v5, team wiped.
We stabilize a little bit here. We call Tracer behind us.
Yep. Remember, Tracer's a high mobile character. It's not an easy target for you guys to look for. You guys just want to more or less be looking and waiting, rotating around the map, spotting that opportunity, like right now, like that Sojourn. Getting in there to get in on that Sojourn, or finding that Sojourn is probably what you guys want to be doing.
Yeah, look at Kiri
Down
here.
and working. Yeah, nice. There you go. Very nice picks. Not sure how necessary he was, at least, in my opinion. I'm not sure.
I mean, the Tracer was on me. I was like 100
Yeah.
HP. There's a chance I died, but I thought I was going to be fine. That was really bad by me.
Yeah, just
My team was not
way
with
too
me.
aggressive. And I like that you're being able to recognize them at least in the VOD. And then once you start being able to recognize that kind of stuff, mid scrim or match, that'll be even better.
Do I try to shatter on the corner here again? Maybe.
Ooh. Ooh. You
Cancel
should
the
try to
shatter.
yeah, you should be able to recognize if you stop that shatter. Do you guys all check?
Yeah.
Good, 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 good. You could say the no shatter on their side if no one else was able to recognize that.
I try to ult track, but mainly Nifty ult tracks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's honestly her job. You were Ryan's, or I mean her Ryan's, which is not a problem. It's normally supports. What do we call it
This
right
was
now?
a just their tank. That was accidental window.
Interesting.
I thought he was gonna move forward, honestly.
One thing I could say about your individual here is go back. Yeah, like right around here, you look a little lost. Like yeah, you're calling the tank, but we stopped looking at the tank right now. Let's try to make a decision on what we want. Then like we're just kind of sitting on point to test.
Yeah, I was looking at the tank, but then I felt the Sojourn behind me, and I didn't want to just die.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Okay. So what could you look to work on? Individually, you need to look to work on your over-aggression and playing corners. As we saw mainly on King's Row, and then also your mental minorly, is something that like just if you feel that you're starting to play worse or you getting in your head or something, take a second, take a break, take a minor break, not like a 15-minute break, but like just go to the bathroom, go get a drink, go do something, and just breathe and try to come back and just be ready to play. It's worked for me a couple times, not always, but it's somewhat consistent. And then for the team, if you're going back with notes for them, as you said for Nifty, immort usage, not immort,
Yeah.
window usage,
And
as well
then
as
for
then
Ryan,
hmm?
speed usage with our team more.
What?
And then for Ryan, you said like speed our Bastion more around, basically. Like
Yeah, yeah.
try
If you
to
guys are gonna play
use.
Bastion, look to not just speed you around, but like you could play around. You guys can play around turret. That's a very valuable resource, turret. Because it has a very high damage output potential. So you guys could look to speed that as an engagement plan if you guys want, as well as a disengagement plan. It's a lot of pressure. So a team running into that would be quite terrified if you guys are trying especially if it's just those two just trying to disengage. It's quite intimidating. And then also just consistency comes into just scrimming more often. Then you guys will work on getting that togetherness of the brawl and the togetherness of the target.
We
So
have a scrim tonight. I don't even know if I'm gonna be playing tank though.
oh, okay. It's fine. It's fine if you're not, honestly. Just the experience is experience. Watching is just as valuable as participating. I've learned
Yeah,
from a
I think
lot of
Rez is gonna be trying some tank, but Rez I think only plays like Diva, so
so
we'll
it dives
see how it
interesting.
goes.
It dives interesting. And
Yeah,
the target.
and Laser's a good echo, so
Okay. Yeah, that you guys honestly might have a decent dive or two different comps. Okay. I'm a little curious. But I'm busy tonight, so not gonna show up. Otherwise, I think you guys got this. I think you guys have a really good chance. If you guys keep practicing like you have been, like at least it sounds like you guys are, you guys have a pretty decent chance at Fairfield. However, I don't know how Fairfield practices, so I can't really help out with that, unfortunately.